Take 3 Wrestling Podcast. It is October the 19th, 2023. There are 3 of us. 2 of us are regulars. I am joined, as always, by Fat Hall.
Hey, yo.
I am Fat Nash. Joining us this week from the 3CT show, which member of the NWO do you want to be, Ryan? Because Ernest used to be, not Joe. Correct, not Joe.
But I am on the bottom.
Oh my.
I don't know. I'm pretty inconsequential when it comes to this podcast.
Joe determined that he was
Horace
Co-Man.
Hogan.
Ooh,
You're the Horace Hogan?
You're the Horace Hogan of
There, yeah.
So last week Ryan joined us as well as Timothy as we did our fun auction draft. This week Ryan's stepping in. Joe is out. I believe he is at a concert with his significant other. I don't know what the concert was. He said something. I read that he was out, and then I stopped reading because I was at work, and that probably makes me a terrible friend. But I was just
What
like,
artist
I
do you
really need to get
think
back to
it
work.
is?
GWAR?
Is that who you think it is?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Are they doing their Christmas shows already?
I don't know.
Nah, it's probably a little early for that. I don't think they start that until November.
Have you guys seen TSO?
I have.
I have not.
It's
It's a
fantastic.
good time. Yeah, it's a really good time.
I mean, I'm assuming GWAR is a great time too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would assume so.
That
So,
sounds like a blast.
GWAR, if you want to see one of the funniest, weirdest things ever, NPR does like a music series on their YouTube channel on like a library set, and GWAR performed on this library set, and I think it's like in front of kids, and it's the weirdest thing ever. Let me see if I can find it
right now for myself to watch later.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find you guys the link, and I'll send it to you in our
Right.
But it is, it's fucking hilarious.
So we talked on last week's episode. We will eventually get the round 2 and round 3 of the auction draft done. I'll talk to you guys off air about that. No, we didn't get to really go too much into it this week as work was kind of hectic on my end. But we're here with Ryan. Ryan's filling in for Joe. We got some fun stuff to talk about this week. We're going to talk about LaKnight versus Roman Reigns and how that has to be booked to not make LaKnight look weak afterwards. We're going to talk about potentially, I mean, did we discuss NWA? Are we going to talk about them at all? Or did we decide to kick that because of Stang?
Well, we'll talk about Stang.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about Roman and LaKnight. I think Ryan might have something. We can kind of do the NWA thing if we have time
Before Wrestlers of the Week.
Yeah, because like honestly, the NWA news isn't technically
it's not official yet, right?
It's not official news yet. I mean, it's going to be happening, but that's probably something that we could probably hold off next week, depending on
wait for the formal announcement.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Where do we want to start? I'll let you guys decide.
I mean, I'm fine starting at Sting. I mean, I feel like it's the biggest news of the week, but unless Ryan, I know you had something, but we can start with Sting.
Yeah, Sting should probably take top billing here.
Yeah. All right.
Sting is dead.
Wow. All right, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, you are filling the role of the inappropriate comment pretty well. That is
Yeah, that one hit home.
that is something that is definitely a Joe thing. No, so last night on Dynamite, we it was I feel like I'm Trump now doing the
Where the hell was that show at?
was it was somewhere in Texas.
Was it like the Sam Houston State basketball arena? Because like
Yeah.
they started chanting the name of the city, and I was just like, where?
Yeah, it was. I don't exactly know where it was, but it was. Yeah, it was somewhere in Texas.
We'll call it a B town.
Yeah. But anyway,
Can't
yeah,
wait for to announce my
the
retirement.
saddest. And I'm not trying to crap on AEW. I'm really not. But the saddest image I saw a little bit was people who were sitting, like, looking at Hardcam side. Sting doing his like I'm retiring speech to nobody, to like 2 rows of people on the floor. I'm like, man, that's kind of depressing. But yeah, last night on Dynamite, Sting, it was advertised that we would hear from Sting. He came out, gave a little speech, and it was evident from the jump on the speech that he was announcing.
I mean, I really got that vibe whenever they said he was going to address the crowd.
Well, I mean, I kind of did too, but that's an old promoter tactic of like, like I could have very easily seen him come out and been like, "Hey Darby, come
In the
hang
end
out."
zone.
Like, "Hey Darby, come bring your skateboard." Like I could have very easily seen it like just been that. Who called? Oh, nice. I needed a Christian Kirk touchdown.
So did I.
I needed a Christian Kirk touchdown in like multiple leagues. But yeah, it became very evident that this was going to be a retirement speech. And then it was like, well, is it I'm done or is it I'm wrapping up? And he made it official that at Revolution 2024, that it will be his final match.
Do we know where that's at yet? Have they announced that?
Chicago.
Probably.
Well,
Good call,
I
Ryan.
mean,
Good call.
yeah, I mean, probably.
Wait, was Revolution 2021 in Orlando? Because if so, that was his first match. I was there.
It has not been announced yet. Where it will be at. The 2021.
I want to say that was
at Daly's place still.
Okay, so then the following year was the one that I went to. It was in Orlando.
In Orlando at the
UCF.
Yeah, it was the Revolution. Yeah, that one was still during the pandemic. Was that where no, Winter is Coming is where he showed up.
Correct. Winter is Coming is where he made his debut. His first match was at Revolution.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Revolution 2024 will be his final match. Why don't we start there? Where do you think? Obviously, we don't know where it's going to be. Where in a perfect world to you, where would Sting's last match be?
The
Atlanta?
WWE.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Center stage.
Oh, that's a good call. It's a good call. Yeah, Atlanta, obviously a huge part of his career. Yeah, I mean, if not Atlanta, I mean, Texas was such a big place in like the NWA's history. There's AWA. Minnesota could be a big spot. Or like California, because obviously like Sting and the the surfer gimmick. Mike's doing a fucking Broadway with that fucking door over there.
Funny, I gotta put WDB 40 on it. It's like fucking super stuck. We're going 60-minute Broadway, me and you, door.
Oh, Mike's about to fucking do
fuck, number dog wants to go outside. Fuck me. Bitch.
I'm sorry,
I fucking hate you, door.
I can't stop laughing at you in the fucking door.
That's fine.
But yeah, I would think like I'm gonna say Texas, man. I think like
I thought the door and the door won.
Yeah, door one. Ryan, if you had to pick a locale for Sting's The Last Dance.
Yes,
Please don't say Chicago.
where's he billed from? I don't remember.
Venice Beach, California, was when he was Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting, was it Charlotte for like Crow Sting? Is there venues in Charlotte? I think that's the kind of WCW territory, I feel.
Yeah, he's billed from Charlotte.
I don't know. It's
I feel like he's not even billed from anywhere in AEW. I
he's
feel like
just Sting.
like when he comes out, they just it's Sting. Because fucking Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, let's stick with Atlanta.
I mean, honestly, North Carolina wouldn't be a bad one either. Crockett, NWA.
That's like NWA territory.
Yeah, like anywhere. I think anywhere in that.
The Bojangles Coliseum.
Yep.
That'd be
I'm in. Sign me up. I can go get a Bojangles biscuit and watch Sting retire on the same
Amen.
weekend. Let's go.
Let's eat some biscuits.
Bojangles.
Yeah, we'll go with the Bojangles Coliseum there in Charlotte.
And I think Center Stage would be a really cool venue. Obviously, a lot of TBS stuff happened at Center
it'd be
Stage.
cool. AEW could actually sell it out too.
Yeah, it's not that big. Been there.
Yeah.
All right, now, where did Impact start?
That was
Nashville,
Nashville.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
the fairgrounds.
You can't. I don't think you could deny Sting's time in Impact. And
dude, that's a good point.
Orlando, you put it at the Impact Zone,
argument right in the Impact Zone.
Right in
I
the
could
Impact
see something
Zone.
about like Nashville as well.
I mean, they literally had Ring of Honor tapings at the Impact Zone. I went to one before they took it on the road.
I mean,
they didn't call it the Impact Zone, did they?
No, they probably called it the fucking ROH launch pad or something.
The launch pad.
Fuck.
The ROH Coke pad.
Yeah,
yeah, no, I think
it was a Sinclair entity then, Jim. Relax.
No.
Oh, it was.
Nope. It was a Tony Khan
it was
a Kokanye. It was a Kokanye
appreciation
event.
My apologies. I didn't know it was recent.
Yeah. So yeah, Nashville or Orlando could be a good spot too. Definitely with his Impact history. Certainly not whatever arena Seth Rollins busted his neck in. That probably wouldn't be a.
So we're not going to the SAP arena.
Is that the one? Is that where it was?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
What show was that on?
Night of Champions.
It was Night of Champions. Let me see if I can find.
I think it was Night of Champions. Don't quote me on that. It really it feels right.
Dude,
no,
COVID happened between now and then, and I don't know nothing.
There's Night of Champions at the Toyota Center in Houston. So probably
was that 2018?
Fuck Texas.
What? 2015.
2015? Jesus.
Surprising. He breaks his neck in Texas and then announces that he's winding down his career in Texas.
In Texas.
But fucking Texas forever.
What did we ever figure out what town AEW was in? Because it wasn't like a major Texas town.
Yeah.
It was like it started with the letter G or something stupid.
I was gonna say like Lubbock.
Oh, Lubbock, Texas.
Let's see event. Let's see if I can find it on their events page.
All my exes live in Texas.
Let's see. Where do they have their fucking results at? News.
San Antonio.
It's right underneath the rankings, Jim.
Dynamite. Oh, I can't find the rankings, Ryan.
Rancho Cucamonga, California, where the Young Bucks are from.
The Young Bucks.
Waterloo, Texas. I don't know if that's right or not. I'm just guessing.
Waterloo, a beautiful town this time of year.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. You know what?
I can look it up, Jim.
Let's say go to Cage Match.
You guys have more stuff to do. I'm just a guest.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Rosenberg, Texas.
Rosenberg,
the Fort Bend epicenter in Rosenberg, Texas.
Wait, and they could sell half of that out?
Dude. Oof. It's yeah. Oof, that's brutal.
2 hours and 48 minutes from Houston.
I wonder what the capacity of the 10,000 is the capacity.
Oh wow, okay.
Home of
There wasn't 10,000 there last
right
night.
right near Stephen F. Austin University.
There we go.
Home of the Who Gives a Shits.
Who do you think his last match should be against? And is it a singles match?
And Derek Carr just dislocated his shoulder again.
Dude.
Sorry, I said that out loud. My bad.
No, he's getting beat up.
God dog.
Should his last match be a singles match?
He's in better shape than Ric Flair was.
Ryan, you and I might be in better shape than Ric Flair was at that Ric Flair's last match. I mean, I know we're not in better shape than a lot of people.
That's fair.
But I feel like I could have probably put a better effort forth than Ric Flair in that match.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to turn your fucking pacemaker off.
Well, that's true.
To go play wrestling.
And I didn't get fucking loaded before the match, which I'm sure he was fucking loaded before that match.
I just love the fact that he couldn't keep the belt up.
Dude, it was
he could barely keep his pants up.
It was fucking depressing. He fell asleep. At least Sting won't fall asleep. At least I hope not anyway. But like
if you're looking to end your career, there is only one person that comes to mind when I think of ending careers.
The Big Show, Paul White.
And that is Bill Goldberg. Not only can he send Sting off into retirement, but he also ended Bret Hart's career.
You fucking asshole.
Yes.
And you put that in Atlanta, fucking sold out.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if Sting's last retirement match sells out a venue for AEW. I feel like AEW has slipped that far that just it being Sting's last match, I don't think sells out the venue.
Nice hands, feet.
Sting has not had a singles match in AEW.
No.
So his last singles match
with Seth Rollins
was September 20th, 2015. Wow. Against Seth Rollins and Night of Champions. So there's no way this is a singles match, right?
Sure there is. Sure there is. It doesn't have to be a 27-minute classic. You can give me a 14-minute car crash with Darby Allin.
Can we
wrestle Darby?
I say this jokingly. Can we hope for a second pandemic that we can get a Sting Boneyard match?
No, Jim, do not put that. Why would you even put that
Don't
out?
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
God,
I'm just
Jim.
Here's the thing. So, Revolution is February.
It's pronounced R Evolution.
Yes, NXT Takeover R Evolution. So sitting here and thinking about it, I think a lot of us thought that inevitably Sting would end his career against Darby. Are we never going to get the match between the two of them?
I don't think you need to have the heel turn for Darby just to wrestle Sting.
I don't necessarily know that it has to be a heel turn. I just think it has to be protege versus mentor. At the end of it, hugs, kumbaya, thank you for everything. Because who else on the NXT roster? I'm sorry, AEW roster, needs the rub of being the guy who beat Sting
very easily? You make it a tag team match, and Darby Allin is his tag team partner.
So I was going to say, do you make that the last match and have Darby versus Sting at Winter is Coming, which is normally in January?
I just don't think you get that.
If you want to, I think if you want to do Sting versus Darby, I think that could be the last match, and just be like, look, like there's nobody in this company. Like basically let bill it as Sting calls his shot. Like there's nobody in this company that I want to go out in my last match with. Because like, are you really gonna build a feud to Sting's last match? Like there's no point in building a feud to it. Like I feel like it should just be Sting. Like he called his shot. We know it's when it's gonna be. It's not like
He just gets to name his opponent.
Yeah, like it's because it's not like we have a feud, and then how do you make this feud bigger? Well, you know, hair versus career or career versus career. Like we already know, like we know when the last match is. So why do we have to really dance around who, like
Because
building a
Tony
feud?
Khan.
I guess, but like
Watch Andrade start feuding next week
ugh.
with Darby Allin, which leads to Andrade and Ric Flair
Oh,
versus Darby Allin and Sting in the
Oh.
last man standing literal match.
Literally.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
it won't be anybody in the crowd because they'll just be gone. It's,
They'll all fall asleep with Rick fucking during nap time.
Yeah,
this
honestly,
intermission,
I let Sting take the shot. But see again, like because that now you do that, and I'm starting to think it through now. Like you do that, and then it just becomes, it almost becomes, where does wrestling and reality stop? Because if it's Darby Allin, then when then it just, at any point it just looks like, well, Sting's just going to let him win to get that moment. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess we can play that game with anybody.
Sting and Darby versus Menard and Cool Hand Angelo Parker.
Oh, Menards.
You know what? Here you go. I got a fun one. If the Don Callis family is still a thing by then, Konosuke take a shitta, and I don't know, fucking Powerhouse Hobbs. Isn't he part of the fucking Don Callis family now or some bullshit?
Sure, I'll pretend like I know what that is.
Sure. I like this game. We're just gonna fucking throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Don Callis family trying to take the next piece of the Infinity Stones to put inside the fucking Thanos glove of Don Callis. You know, first it was Kenny Omega, then it was Chris Jericho. Now they're going to try to end Sting's career so they can get rid of all the old fucks. So Take a Shitta can be the next AEW World Champion or whatever the fuck Don Callis is going to say on the microphone. I don't listen when he talks. It fucking hurts my brain. Yeah, but Take a Shit and Will Hobbs versus All In and Stang.
So Sportskeeda has an article with 3 possible opponents
Just throwing a dart at the wall.
In their minds. Student versus mentor, Darby Allin.
Derby.
The Devil, MJF versus the Icon, Sting.
Nope, don't need to see that.
I don't
only if Sting wins the world title and then immediately vacates it for a tournament.
That would actually be cool.
Sorry, I'm gonna do that.
Passing of the torch to Malachi Black. I guess like the spooky torch, I guess is what they're.
That's the worst of the 3.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
What about? I feel like it's got to have somebody he has some like history.
It's got to be history in it,
man. Jeff Jarrett. There's one for you.
I got a better one. He's not on drugs right now. Jeff Hardy,
dude. So I pulled up
a Jeffs.
I pulled up a Bleacher Report article, and that was one of the names on there. This one is completely unrealistic. AJ Styles, like, sure. I mean, okay, cool. Fantasy booking.
Lex Luger should have come back too, guys.
Lex Luger's not dead.
I'm aware.
Oh, when you said came back, I thought he's
gonna come back out of that wheelchair. He's put somebody in a torture rack.
Bobby Roode. Didn't they have a TNA feud? I would think.
I think Bob Roode is still under contract with the.
He's a WWE agent.
He's an agent.
Okay. Kurt Angle. Oof.
God, that's all I need is another fucking
hard.
Kurt
No,
match.
man.
Yes.
Hard. No. James Storm.
Scott Steiner.
Oh dear God. Bleacher Report put it out in the universe.
Just for the Steiner math.
Ric Flair.
Oh God damn it! No.
There's no way Tony.
They did say at the end of the little write-up, "Let's pray this match never happens." Oh,
honestly, give me a better shot of Bret Hart having another match and not having a stroke than fucking Ric Flair last match.
And the last one they listed was the Hulk Hogan.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Can I ask a real serious question to the panel here?
Sure.
How much do you think Bleacher Report pays their people to write
Too
hit
much.
blogs like this?
Because
Whatever it is.
I feel like there's 3 people here who've watched approximately negative 37 minutes of AEW over the last 6 months that could write a better blog than whoever the fuck wrote that one.
Yeah, man, that's about $1.283 an hour they pay them.
Yeah, whatever they're paying him, it's too much.
Hot dog water.
We've just seen this gentleman back at NXT, and I don't know what the contract status is, but is there a chance the pocketbook opens enough that we get Sting versus The Undertaker? If Taker's not signed to a contract, I mean,
I think
if anybody has the money, the Khan's got it.
I do believe that the Undertaker is on some sort of a lifetime legends where we're gonna keep you on enough retainer that you don't go anywhere else deal.
That's smart.
That name honestly did come across my mind, but I feel like that would just be the eternal shoulda left it in the coulda woulda file. Like,
I mean,
you can't go back in time. You can't.
He also can't be the Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean, right. Even if you did,
I really care about Mean Mark or fucking Mark.
I mean, you could do the. I mean,
he's
I know
the American mean ass.
You could do
exactly.
You could do the fucking mortician, Mark the Mortician,
Paul Bearer Jr.
Right, you know.
There you go.
But like,
these are all options.
Let's even like just pretend that he could be the
Pass.
Undertaker.
Pass.
Dude, I saw Mark from Texas get off of that motorcycle.
Everything cracked. Everything popped.
Stumble his sneakered ass to the steps.
Dude, that shit popped me so hard, though.
Oh, it absolutely
and
did.
I was not an American badass guy. Like, I was always the dead man Undertaker guy.
Dude, anytime I can hear the bell toll and
well, you're a big Kid Rock fan, so it makes sense.
Well, of course. Anytime I can
that
see
tracks.
Mark from Texas in a WWE ring, that's a cool moment for me.
Yeah.
But like, there's also a sense of reality when you see him stumble to the steps and like have to do that like old man hoppy walk up the steps, and like he forgets what to do with his hands once he's in the ring. And I'm just like, he doesn't know if he should grab the ropes or like do one of these guys. So he does both of
just
them.
Finding his balance.
Like he's got the like, and he don't get me wrong, that dude is currently in better shape than I will ever be the rest of my life, even at this point. But like, he's got like the 55-year-old man belly. Like, I don't need to see that versus 64-year-old Sting. I don't.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, no, let me keep that in like the SmackDown versus Raw 2007, create a Sting wrestler, and do the just
that match should always live in what might have been.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah, that lives in like, oh, WWF bought WCW. What if we can finally get Undertaker versus Sting? And then that's just where it died.
Has Jericho ever wrestled Sting?
They may have crossed paths in WCW, but to the best of my knowledge,
nothing of a major feud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, feud wise, I feel like
on.
Jeff Jarrett's got to be at the top of that list, and that's all TNA. But
hold on,
Jarrett or Hardy, honest to God, are the two names that are
what
really sticking out in my head.
I don't know why I'm going to say this name. I really fucking don't.
Griff Garrison.
Number one answer. Show me on the big board. Thank you. So we've legitimately talked about his past. Okay, that's cool. What if it's somebody even further back from his past?
A Warrior's dead, Mike.
Wow. I was going to say the Great Muta.
Oh, oops. Oh.
Tony Khan's got fucking money.
Dude, I don't need to see that either.
I don't either, but if we're talking about Ric Flair, I'd rather see Muta spit mist at people than fucking Ric Flair
true.
bleed.
Holy hell, dude. If I will tell you this right now. If Sting's last match is announced as the Great Muta, our pal Tim from 3CT will come in his pants. His 3 favorite wrestlers ever are Stang, the Great Muta, and the Undertaker.
Batista.
Well, he loves Batista, but those are his top 3. He will come in his pants. I'm telling you.
He was invited to come.
There's so much come.
Like, that will be Tim. Like, I feel bad for every living creature.
Oh my god, it's so sticky.
The windows and walls of his home, if that would be the match.
Dude, he wrestles RoboCop.
It's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Did
he have a big? Yeah.
Can you get Booker T to come back?
I think not with him.
Or is he too busy on that Legends deal?
Oh yeah, well he's doing commentary.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have said Kevin Nash, but he would have blown his quad out before he got to the fucking ring.
He actually wait, hold on,
and it's gone.
Hold on. Yeah, Kevin Nash just tore his quad with the thought of possibly wrestling.
So Kenji Muto, aka the Great Muta, is 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Sting is 64.
Oh,
they wrestled at Halloween Havoc 1989 in a Thunderdome match with special guest referee Bruno Sammartino.
Oh my god!
It was Ric Flair and Stang against Terry Funk and the Great Muta.
Holy hell.
Can we somehow find a way to get Sting versus the Great Muta?
I mean, I agree with you. I would rather see that than Sting versus Ric Flair. I would rather see that than yeah. I mean, if you're
traded the NWA World Television title for a lot of 1989.
What about
he and Jericho have never wrestled, by the way, because they just
stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Ooh,
there we go.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Wait,
number 6 answer on the board.
Sting did a spot in Ready to Rumble. Can we get Sting versus David Arquette?
There you go. Man, looking at through Sting's.
Can we get Mang?
Entrance where it's all of his championships and accomplishments, and there's so many things for Jim Crockett and WCW, so many things for TNA, Impact Wrestling, and you get down to WWE, and it says Hall of Fame, and he's a 2-time Slammy Award winner, and that's his WWE accolades.
It's so fucking sad, man.
It's definitely gonna be fucking the Big Show, Paul White.
I mean,
and that's no BS.
And that's the sad thing about the way the WWE career went down is I don't know that he was ever going to be world champion there, but there was definitely potential for obviously a better run than he had.
Damn it. Unfortunately, this gentleman has passed away, but I would have loved to see him take on the Earl Robert Eaton.
I hope, it is my hope that they renamed this pay-per-view from Revolution. I know they won't because he came back at Revolution. He his first match in AEW was at Revolution. His last match will be at Revolution. But I would love to see them just go full they can't do NWA, but full WCW style treatment for this show.
1995, New Japan Wrestling, WCW World in Japan 2-night event. Night 1, he dropped the U.S. title to Konosuke Sasaki, and then on night 2, him and the Great Muta teamed up against Arn Anderson and Ric Flair. The Great Muta is the guy.
Here's the deal. I think Muta should be there regardless. I think.
Oh, I do too.
I mean, I think Ric Flair can be there.
They wrestled in the G1
I
climax too.
I hope it's a big outing. I don't know. I don't see AEW, and if they do, they're gonna be like AEW presents Eat Crow or something stupid like that.
Does this match main event the show?
Yes.
Needs to.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no other reason that it shouldn't. And
No.
honestly, that's fine, because if that's where Wardlow takes the title off of MJF and does it at the beginning in a 7-second match, then we're closing with the moment that we need to, which is the guy who's been a patriarch of professional wrestling getting his moment.
Gloves off, boots off.
Face paint probably chipped off.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe not. Now that I'm really thinking, like Kurt Angle's last match was mid card at Mania. The next
That
night
match
he
also
came
went
out
like
and said,
4
I'm
minutes.
retired.
Yeah, but like that wasn't Kurt
I
Angle
guess
didn't
Sting's called his shot. This is it.
gonna say Kurt Angle didn't announce, 4 months out, like, hey, WrestleMania is gonna be it.
Hey, AEW's got to sell those tickets, baby.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, I think it's got a main event. Whoever it's against,
If
you
it's
have this
close, I'd want to go see it live.
star-studded. But
I don't think it's going to be in the central Pennsylvania tri-state area. I don't
probably
believe
not.
it doesn't belong here.
No,
But
it
if it's
belongs
close,
in
I'd want to go.
WCW territory.
It sure
Horseman country.
Horseman country.
We,
Yeah,
we're
well,
looking at
obviously,
somewhere down in the south.
yeah,
does.
we're
South.
where teeth and soap are optional.
Jacksonville. Let's put it at Daly's place.
Dude,
Don't get more horsemen than Jacksonville.
honest, like I mean, what would be the closest arena to Jacksonville? Is there, because there's not.
Aside from them putting it at the football stadium, is that what you're saying?
Oh, you can't put that in the stadium because that's going to look
No. I'm just saying, is that you're saying aside from a football stadium?
Yeah. I'm talking like an actual, like just an
He
arena.
came back at Daly's place, right? Like it was.
He did, yeah. It was at the it was a pandemic
show.
Dynamite. Winter is
I
coming.
mean, it would probably be Atlanta. It'd probably be north. It wouldn't be in Florida.
I mean, there's arenas in Florida, right? I mean,
Yeah, like the
Yeah, I mean,
Jacksonville Civic Center.
I mean, are you? Yeah, I'm gonna say, are you gonna put it the home of the Jacksonville, whatever the fuck they are, the college basketball team there? You gonna put it in Gainesville, home of the University of Florida? You're gonna put it in Tallahassee, where
that's
FSU
AJ
is?
Styles territory.
I mean, how big is isn't there arena in Orlando?
Yeah, the Amway.
I feel like
how big's
Orlando's
that?
not real close to Jacksonville, is it?
It's really not that close.
Atlanta, I think going north would be closer, right?
Okay,
correct. That's why
Amway's 20. Like, I'm just trying to.
Where do the Hawks play?
the Atlanta Hawks, probably like the Phillips Center or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could literally put it there. I mean, you could put it. Yeah, if you're looking at a map,
It's now State Farm Arena, but it used to be Phillips Center. Yeah, Phillips Arena, and it's in Atlanta. That's 16,000. If you can't sell 16, let's say State Farm Arena. Let's say that should be the spot.
or Orlando's probably closer time wise than Atlanta, but Atlanta's the bigger.
Yeah, if you can't sell 16,000 seats.
I don't think Orlando and think professional wrestling town.
Yeah, that's true.
Atlanta has history.
Like, I was thinking Jacksonville because he returned, it's that's AEW.
Charleston, South Carolina.
But yeah, I mean, go Atlanta. If you can't sell, let's even get a little creative with the tarping off some seats. Let's make it 13,000. If you can't sell 13,000 tickets to Sting's last match in fucking Atlanta, what the hell are we even doing here?
Goldberg would sell those tickets, my guy.
Dude, he sure would.
I mean, to be fair, we joked about it, but the Charlotte Coliseum, that is now the Bojangles Coliseum, that holds 8,600 people.
Make it look full.
Yeah.
Or what's the? I gotta remember. I don't remember what the name of the Charlotte Hornets arena is. It is the Spectrum Center.
Spectrum Center.
It can seat 19,077 for NBA games, but it can expand to 20,200. So you tarp it off and you put 15,000 fans in the middle of Charlotte.
I'm gonna say it's a center stage is 18.5, but that doesn't take into account like the
You're gonna lose however many for
couple thousand. So yeah,
Okay.
put around 15 in there. If you can't
Let's-
sell 15,000 in fucking Charlotte or
Atlanta,
Atlanta for Sting's last
both
match,
both of which that have major
yeah,
airports
like what do
that
we?
people that want to
Yeah.
go to see Sting's last match have the ability to.
I'm almost willing to guarantee Tim will be at this show.
I mean, if it's in Atlanta or if it's in Charlotte, I would consider it.
Like Tim will go to this show, I would bet.
I mean, if it's in Atlanta, I would consider it because I can get a flight up there for probably like $120 round trip.
Yeah, I will not be at
Up
this
and
show.
back.
But yeah, we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye, obviously, with it.
Yeah, because we're never going to talk about this because when Tony Khan comes out and announces that this is going to take place at like the
Chicago.
Scotiabank Arena in like Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and we're going to look at each other and go, "What the fuck are we doing in Canada again, Tony?
What are you doing, Tony? What are you? What is this?
What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Oh, and his final match is going to be against Kenny Omega. The fuck, you trying to kill the guy?
God, I'm gassed, my guy. You need to slow down.
I mean, there is an arena in Jacksonville that holds 15,000.
What the fuck's it called?
The ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena.
Who's that the
plays
home
there?
of?
It is the home of
The Jacksonville University. Who gives a fucks?
the Jacksonville Giants of the ABA,
Oh,
the Jacksonville Sharks of the AFL,
Oh wow, shocking! Real
and the
football.
Jacksonville Icemen of the ECHL.
boy, I wish they didn't build that arena.
Which that I've heard of. I've heard of the Icemen. AHL affiliate of the Buffalo Sabres and the Rochester Americans.
The Sabres.
All right, I guess I can't boo them too bad. They're not the fucking Penguins.
Oh, you ain't lying. But yeah, we'll obviously keep an eye on that, and as more actual hard news about the about Sting's last match starts to come out.
You can go to the website stingslastmatch.com.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sorry. I have PTSD from listening to a Conrad podcast where all I heard for 6 months was RickFlairsLastMatch.com.
PlayersLastmatch.com. Also, Blue Chew.
Yeah. Her.
Is there anybody more carny in professional wrestling than Conrad Thompson?
No.
He's
Tony
perfect.
Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone, yeah, that's a good point. He's perfect for the industry, man. I think Conrad Thompson's perfect for professional wrestling.
Oh, without question. He is.
He's perfect for the people that he does podcasts with because they are carny fucks also. Like they grew up like being carny fucks. Like it works perfect. Like if you had him right now, like, hey, start a new podcast, my new co-host, Vince Russo. That show would last like 3 weeks because Vince Russo would not put up with that shit, and Conrad would be like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm out. You don't let me sell mortgages. Fuck you, I'm out.
I just need to sell mortgages tonight, bye. That's all I gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a reason why they put like Casio Kid with Brian James, and why they put fucking what's his name with Cash Wheeler before he decided to stop doing his podcast. Or Dax. I mean, honestly, that was one of the best shows. Like when I was driving for Amazon, I used to always get excited for when the with FTR was coming out because those were like stuff that just happened over the last 5 to 10 years. So it's like you're going back and like
the Kizarny Bizzle shit.
So it's like he's sitting there going like, yeah, we were sitting in the back, we were talking to Gable and Jordan had this whole match planned out, and then like 10 minutes before we found out that Jason couldn't go out there because he was hurt or whatever. And like that started the problems with his career. And, like then he goes on like this like tangent about like how good of a professional wrestler the two of them were. And you're like, this is badass. And then he's like, oh yeah, back to the match. But like I haven't listened to a Schiavone episode in like a year and a half.
Dude, I stopped listening to all of those. I just don't have the time in the fucking week anymore.
If there's something that pops up on my feed and it's a topic that I'm like, all right, because I have an hour drive to and from work.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it like 10 to 15 minutes to catch my attention. If it catches it, I'll listen to it the rest of the way home. If it doesn't catch my attention in that first like 15 minutes,
I think
finding something
I think
else.
honestly what broke me on those shows is the commercials, and I'm like, I'm not paying for this.
It
But
literally.
I also don't want to hear like Brucey starts getting into a story,
Yep.
and then fucking, hey, I got a mortgage to sell. Like fuck.
Yeah.
And then it's like 15 minutes commercial.
I mean, that's what I like. If you bought the fucking pill and fucking went to ad-free shows, like I would listen to those podcasts more because they would be like an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes.
Instead they're 3 hours.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is a big problem.
And I don't need to sit there on my fucking Apple Watch going fast forward, fast forward.
Ryan, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure, Tony?
Did you find Tony's guy?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You
You
sure?
sure? You
I'm
sure,
really
my
fine.
guy?
Yeah, it's just some Vapo Rub.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's what Tony says too.
Sure.
It's
Fuck
my.
you.
Oh, fuck off.
It's my. It is Vapo Rub. It's no.
Yeah, all right, whatever you say.
No
You use the
powder in
last of
there.
this-
I'm serious.
use-
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Yeah, you are,
but
Tony. You sit there and take it. You fuck.
I was just drying out a little bit. I used to put it on
And
every
if you
time
have
before I
hands and knees,
commentate.
just take it.
No, I
Yeah.
would burn down there.
Have I ever told you that one of the guys on Preston, well, Steve on Preston and Steve, does a hit of Vapo Rub in his nostrils before the show?
I didn't know that. It actually specifically says do not place like in your
Is
nostril.
that like the cheap version of smelling salts?
Basically, it just
okay.
like, because if you're on the, I mean, for them, they're on the
Vapo Rub.
What?
Have you never used Vapo Rub like on your chest?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying when you
yeah, it
literally
just
take a
clears you
scoop
up.
of it and go right into your nose, are you like, is this the
Basically.
smelling salt
it's
version
not,
of like?
It's not a scoop of it. It's a dab of it.
Yeah,
You don't
it's a
need
little
much.
dab.
It burns. It will burn your nasal passages if you put
But
too
it's
much.
just so like when you're on, when you're on air. So like I know I would watch Ryan do it before our commentary gigs or for Steve. It's just so you're not on air going.
Yeah,
like,
it keeps me.
So
yeah.
if you're not
Ernest
Ernest EJ Christian, okay.
Let's buy him a vat of fucking Vapo Rub.
I'm gonna get him a lifetime fucking supply of it.
Man, just a dab will do you, man. It really.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing.
Great.
In the industry that I work in, that Ernest
Porn.
works in, yes, I've taken enough Vicks Vapo Rub and kind of like right into the mustache because someone smells rank as fuck sitting at a table, just to fucking just to like, I want my nose to like leak
Not
for the
smell
next.
the BO.
Correct. I want to smell the fucking menthol for the next fucking half hour.
Did you ever hear what the Hulk Hogan used to do?
No.
If he was wrestling somebody that he didn't like,
oh boy,
he would drink a raw egg before the match.
Just start ripping ass.
He would let the egg like basically like dry and rot in his mustache. So when they would collar and elbow tie up, he would go and he would blow the stink of the rotten egg into him so they would go weak and he could get the upper hand at the start of the match.
That's awful. He also has to smell the stank of the rotten egg then.
I know. Well, he's not the smartest.
That's the
guy,
worst.
Ryan.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the worst plan I've ever heard.
Right.
Deal with the stank of rotten egg to go.
Just like when you
for
collar
a
him,
moment.
just give him a little nut tap with your knee. That'll weaken him up a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, just give him a nice little fucking karate chop in the armpit.
Or fucking pop the back of their calves. That's why I used to love doing that to people I worked with. I would sneak up behind him and just tap him in the back of the knee.
Oh god. Yeah.
But Ryan, do you want to hit your
Yeah, man, it's very quick. I heard somebody say this on social medias, and I didn't listen to it since they said it. So this is the second time I've heard it. I heard it live, and this is the second time hearing it. They had said, "Go back and listen to The Undertaker, but replace Braun Breaker with Tony Khan, and listen to Undertaker's message to Tony Khan."
All right, let's hear it. So I do have this queued up. So replace Braun Breaker with Tony.
I don't know if he even ever says Braun Breaker.
I don't think he does, but
this
pretend
message
he's talking.
is intended as a shot from AEW to Tony Khan, or as a shot from NXT to Tony Khan.
Oh wait, and you said this is after he choke slams?
I don't fucking know, Jim.
All right, because I think I
didn't. I think it was.
Oh,
Nah,
okay,
maybe
I see.
it was before the choke slam.
Okay, I have it
I
queued
believe
up.
it
I
was
think,
the
where
whole
they're going to start talking.
talk. Yeah.
Okay.
You listen to me, old timer.
He sounds just like his dad.
There's only
So much
one
like his dad.
badass around here. You understand me?
It's unbelievable what he sounds like Rick.
Also, the censoring of the audience was really
Hate it.
hate it.
Taker throws the mic flag like he always does.
Now, Braun, I've been watching you for a long time. And one day you're going to be a very special talent. Yeah. It's just one thing. It ain't today.
Guzzles him up, choke slams him down, beats
He
him in the
goozled him.
ratings.
Give me the old goozle. Now he's beating him up a little bit. I'll try and cue it up.
I don't think there's any other talkies.
I think he does say something to him. I thought.
I thought he mentioned something about him being like the inferior Steiner.
Young fella, you see, I'm gonna give you a little advice. There's always an older, bigger, badder, badass waiting around the corner.
That's got to be more the message to Tony than
You
the
just
first
met
part.
the baddest of them all.
Is there something there? Maybe the person was reading into it. Maybe I bought into it.
I
Who
mean,
knows? I mean, there's strings.
I mean, because here's the deal, and actually, this is this is actually like fairly topical because apparently Chris Jericho was
Ooh.
on a podcast.
You didn't play the good soundbite there.
let me see if I can.
Oh,
Let me see if I
a bit of the bubbly.
let me see if I can find some
What,
of the
the
quotes.
The
He was
stupid
on a-
one where he's like, "We're gonna beat Raw sooner rather than later," and they can't fucking put 3 shows together to beat Raw once.
Yeah, so this was a clip. He said, you can only bring in John Cena and Undertaker and Cody Rhodes and everybody else so much because nobody wants to work on their secondary show all the time. It was a fun little, hey, F you AEW. I didn't really worry about it. Which, why are you talking about it a week later if you
Kinda like,
didn't worry
hey,
about it?
Kind of like, hey, you can only bring in Kota Ibushi, Will Ospreay, and all the fucking other guys to work your fucking first show every once in a while.
He said he went on to say it was just an opportunity to stick it to us with stunt casting. He revealed he tried convincing Tony Khan to go tit for tat with AEW affiliated celebrities. He said, I told Tony, well, if you want to fire back, bring in Shaq and Snoop Dogg and those type of guys, Mike Tyson. But Tony didn't do that. We relied on our show and our guys and girls, and that's the way it's always been for us. First off, it's
Shaq
not
and
always the way.
Snoop Dogg.
Nobody
Snoop
would've
Dogg was
watched
more
fucking
recently on a
Dog War.
WWE show than AEW, right?
you all right?
You all right, cuz?
Yeah, he was literally at WrestleMania.
And I don't know if Shaq's popping a rating.
I was gonna say, what are we moving the needle with here?
Shaq.
They brought in Mike Tyson, and that didn't pop a rating the 2 times they brought Tyson in. I don't believe.
Like,
Okay, so are we not? Okay, hold on. Are we not sure that Chris Jericho didn't get some kind of brain damage on that January 6th?
oh, he
was brain damaged before.
Because here's the thing, he was partial on that side of the fence. I think he's now full.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing, and I tweeted something similar out when I saw this series of quotes from Chris Jericho. If AEW, whether WWE brought in big stars or not, if AEW would have won the rating on that Tuesday night, Tony Khan and Chris Jericho and the Elite and God knows who else would have been doing a victory lap. They absolutely would have been doing a victory lap because we've seen them do a victory lap before. They're mad.
The Young Bucks actually doing a victory lap.
Yes,
They did
Yeah, we
one.
literally
They
seen them.
actually
We
did.
literally watched them do one when CM Punk got fired, but
Like
more on that later.
Tony and Chris Jericho are mad because they got their asses kicked, and they're all up in their feelings about it.
You want to know the smartest person that's part of quote AEW personnel? You want to know the smartest person out of all of them is?
The Elite, because they didn't show up on that show.
It's Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Because literally, he wasn't there. He doesn't have to deal with it. He can fucking run Collision, which has been the superior show over the last couple weeks since Phil from Chicago is no longer there. and he hasn't talked about it. He is not a scorned ex-lover.
You know who also hasn't talked about it? WWE.
Exactly.
It just doesn't fucking matter to them. They
Chris
did business and then they moved on.
Chris Jericho is a scorned ex-lover.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for him to be, right? Like,
correct.
It's all self-inflicted. Like, you've put yourself where you're at, and you may love it. And I hope you do. And I hope AEW is very successful. I'm never going to not say that.
Correct.
But you've chosen to be there. And then you can't be like, well, damn, this. I guess you can. He's doing it. You know, I chose to stay with my job as long as I chose to stay with it before I left.
I really feel like he's just taking the bitch way out here, though.
He's just licking boots at this point, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, it honestly, and this literally, and I'm going to use a hockey reference here. This is like the old Donald Brashear walking out and like picking a fight with someone and like punching somebody in the mouth and then being like, oh, I'm in a fight now. Like,
why are
Jericho just got punched right in the mouth. Like, and rather than sit back and fight back, it's, you know, well, we would have went into our bag of fucking voodoo. We would have done this, and this, but Tony didn't want to.
The WWE said, hey, something's preempting SmackDown, and we have to move it to a Wednesday. You are goddamn right. AEW is going to stack that fucking card.
Absolutely.
Because now SmackDown is coming on their night.
Correct.
And they defend their turf with however they fucking need to.
Yeah.
And shame on anybody that calls out the WWE for doing the same fucking thing.
I mean,
you don't come to my turf on my day and fucking play wrestling on my night.
You want to know how they really would have put the screw to AEW and they didn't do it? Was if they just fucking announced Roman Reigns was going to be on that show.
They absolutely could have.
Yeah.
Because that would have buried him.
But
that would have buried fucking AEW on Tuesday night.
Well, and
I mean,
I know
what they did hand the here's so, what was their rating?
They got their asses handed to them. They got punched right in the mouth.
Absolutely.
It was like they were in the 600,000s. WWE was in the 900s.
So now this current week's AEW show was in the 8s, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
And I understand there was not a wrestling show simultaneously, but
try explaining that one to Dave Meltzer. 901 this week for AEW.
Right, but that 8 still beats the 6 from the prior week on the off night. I understand that. AEW on their normal night, NXT on their normal night, NXT the clear development brand.
Correct.
100,000 less viewers than that's it. 100,000. And Dynamite's the flagship show for AEW. Mm-hmm. You guys are fighting a fucking fight you're not supposed to be fighting.
Right.
Can I make something very clear here? There's a reason why Impact Wrestling lasted and has lasted as long as it has.
Because they stay in their fucking lane.
Exactly. They tried it one time.
Yeah.
When Bischoff and Hogan went in there, and they were like, wow, we just got ran the fuck over.
Well, let's try getting Brooke Hogan married. Maybe that'll pop a rating.
Maybe.
Because they tried doing the Monday Night Live head to head, and they got their fucking faces kicked in. And they
did that for what? Maybe 3 weeks? Like, it wasn't long.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, it was like, you know what?
Bro.
You know what? I'm going to try to tackle Bo Jackson real quick. Hold on. Just ran the fuck over.
That was a mistake, guys. Right?
Yeah,
and learn
and
from
let's
your
be
mistakes.
clear,
It's that simple.
I forget who I heard say this, but it's 100% accurate. The Elite, like some of your biggest stars, your EVPs were not on that Tuesday show. You want to know why? They knew they had no chance to win. And the EVPs, for as dumb as they are, for as immature as they are, went, I'm not touching this because I don't want to be blamed for it.
You think it's just a consequence that the former WWE professional wrestler Edge had his debut match the night that they're going against, I don't know, a WWE
Yeah,
program?
there was no coincidence there.
And you think the WWE shouldn't stack their card to say fuck you and stick it to you? You're goddamn right they did.
Yeah. Like, and here's the thing.
What? Of course
I
they
love
did.
Edge. I love Adam Copeland. I hope he finishes out his career well there, if that's where he chooses to finish out his career. And but like, even he doing like the, you know, well, they didn't want me anymore. I guess I'm just too old for this now. And doing
Buddy,
the
you
I can
didn't-
be myself again. Like
They start dropping
it's
blood on people again, like the fucking Brood.
it's the same tired trope so many times we've heard with people go to AEW, and Adam Copeland's doing the same thing, and that's fine. But again, yeah, if you think WWE is going to sit idly back,
Did I miss the Adam Copeland breaking out of prison video?
nah, he didn't quite do one. He didn't do one of those,
The
but
grizzled young vets.
um, but like, yeah, if you think WWE is going to just sit idly back and not do anything.
I'm almost starting to believe that Tony Khan is writing the promos for the ex-WWE guys to come over and be like, they didn't want me anymore. I'm a broken toy. I
it's
want to
certainly
come to this company where I'm having so much fun. Like, because literally, Jericho, same thing. Phil, same thing. Edge, same thing. Christian, same thing. Saraya, same thing. What do they all have in common?
Bad necks.
Thank you. Couldn't get medically cleared to wrestle in WWE. I mean, the only one that hasn't come out and rightfully been like, I couldn't be myself there, is Bryan Danielson.
Because they let him, first off, they let him be himself there.
But that's the thing.
But secondly, because Brian's not that dude.
Because Bryan has enough respect and enough appreciation for what Vince Hunter and that company did for him while he was healthy and while he was hurt.
Yeah.
He has too much respect to go out there and cut a promo where it's, hey guys, I'm Eeyore and I'm so happy to be here and not there. Like, he's not going to cut that promo. Like,
I mean, here's the thing. I can guarantee you at some point in the next 6 months, we're going to have the Garcia twins in AEW.
yes, 1,000%. They'll probably be the first. They'll
they-
probably be the first AEW women's tag team champions.
They were just talking this week on some podcast or I saw an interview with them where they were talking about how, like, when their contract was coming up, they assumed that WWE was going to like re-up the deal. And when WWE was like, nah, we good, fam. And like, they were like, wait, really? And they're like, yeah, we good. See ya. And how they're like all pissed about it. And I'm like, what exactly do you want the WWE to do with you? Like, Brie left to be a mom, which I have the utmost respect for.
Mm-hmm.
Go do your family thing. Nikki, you fucked up your neck. You were able to come back, and
then you got pregnant.
Like, and then you got pregnant, and then you came back to do like the Royal Rumble spot, which was cool. Great to see you back. We'll always love Nikki Bella, but like, what is there for WWE to? You're not gonna like.
You're not going on the road 300 times a year.
Well, and you're not gonna compete with Asuka and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch and Bayley and Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Like, you're just not. And you're not gonna compete with even Cora Jade and Gigi Dolan and things
Roxanne
like
Perez.
Yeah, you're not going to compete with the best of the best in the company anymore. And that's fine. I'm not faulting you. But like, don't act surprised when WWE doesn't. When
Want to pay you
WWE doesn't need you anymore, they're not going to pay you anymore.
when WWE just doesn't want to pay you to sit around and do fucking nothing.
Especially now. With since the merger, WWE's not even in charge fully anymore.
Yeah, we're letting go of talent that was on TV a week ago.
Vince McMahon is pretty much out.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to talk about how the old WWE isn't anymore, Ari Emanuel played Vince McMahon. Hey, dude, come back. We're gonna make this big fucking business deal. Yeah. Nah, fuck the board, dude. Like, they're not. Yeah. I know. Like, they forced you out because you did things. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Come on, come back. Yeah. We need you. Oh, cool. Wait, you said the merger's done? Hey, Vince, go fuck yourself. Like, that's literally what happened. And now Vince McMahon's sitting around going, wait, what? Huh?
At least I'm rich.
And they looked at Vince and they're like,
damn it, leave.
Pretty much.
Like, so yeah, sorry, Nikki and Brie, like, they're not going to pay you. If they want you at the Rumble, they'll pay you for the Rumble.
They're not paying guys that they were using weekly on television shows anymore.
Yeah.
They let him go. Matt Riddle, perfect fucking example. The guy was all over Monday Night Raw.
Damn it, leave.
If they're telling him to kick rocks, why are they going to re-up your Legends deal where you come out and you make one random appearance in 2 years on a fucking episode of Raw?
They'll pay you per diem. They'll pay you for that day.
Yeah,
because guess what? And that's why that you want to know why they're the Garcia twins? Because WWE still owns the Bella twins. Guess what? You're not the Bellas. You're the Garcias.
Yeah, and when you go to fucking AEW, we don't give a fuck about looking or touching because you're not the fucking Bella twins.
Yeah, it don't matter. Who are the Garcia twins?
Yeah, they really should have been working on that fucking brand, leading into this. But hey, it is what it is. We're here. We're here where we're at. I mean,
so it's to the whole thing, and I think in that promo, I think you can find some hidden messages. Again, it could just be wrestling fans looking for things that aren't actually there, but in the same time, I wouldn't put it past Hunter and Sean and the Undertaker.
I was gonna say, who are the guys that probably wrote that promo? Guys that were really good at
Sean,
and guys who were really good at hiding real meanings in promos to where you get people talking the way that they are right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that means that's another thing that they blew fucking Tony out of the water in.
And guys that were around when there was an actual wrestling war.
Correct. When you didn't know if your friend was leaving for a bigger contract the next week.
So yeah, like you have guys that are very good at doing these subtle things and making people go, wait, who's he talking to? Could he be? Yeah, he could be.
Could he be?
But yeah, and that's the thing, man. I said it last week. I'll say it until I don't have to anymore. But since day one, AEW has asked for war. They're mad that they got it. Period.
I think I was listening to one of your guys' show. I don't know if it was the Tuesday edition of 3CT or if it was an older version of Huddle Up, but it's the sticking your hand in the lion's cage, and it's like, oh, you went from having a full hand to having two fingers. Like,
right?
Maybe we shouldn't fuck with the lion.
Yeah, fuck around and find out, man. They found out.
Maybe we should just let them do their thing. If we have to have a random Tuesday night show or whatever,
and here's the deal:
we just go do our show. We don't try to overhype it. We just, say, sorry, sir. Sorry we have to step on your grass. We'll be on our way. We'll see ourselves out. Treat somebody else's house like with some respect rather than
I don't
shitting
even
on
have
their lawn.
Problem with them shitting on their lawn. Like, it's a business. They're running a business. Shit on their lawn. But when the competition shits back. You can't be like, oh, I can't believe they would do that.
Right.
Shit. Go ahead. Shit. Both shit. Both people should be shitting. You both want to be putting on the best show you can. You both want to have the most eyes on your product. Shit. Just don't
At the
fucking
same time,
pretend your shit doesn't stink because it's still shit.
yeah, it's still shit.
Polish a turd, it's still a turd.
I mean,
Turd's a turd,
here's
man.
the thing that I can't get, like, I can't believe that AEW and their fans, because again, we talked about Impact being totally fine, like staying in their lane, but like AEW is like the number 2 wrestling brand in, at least in North America right now, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
College football, when you're talking about like major sports and most popular sports in North America, college football's number 2, the NFL. Like week in, week out, NFL gets the most eyes, college football gets second, and then there's NBA and Major League Baseball, NHL, PGA, NASCAR. Guess what? Do you think college football's sad that they're number 2? No, because they're fucking printing money. They're fucking printing money. So if AEW,
Unless your name is Caleb Williams and then you're getting fucking boat raced, but
well, but like if AEW could just figure out how to be happy at being the number 2 company, there's nothing wrong with being number 2 to WWE.
There isn't.
There's nothing wrong with that. So just don't
I mean,
be.
I feel like if WCW would have done the same thing and tried not to get into a dick measuring contest with them, and just been happy being like, and you know, again, to steal an Ernest line, 1A, 1B, because they were a lot closer than fucking AEW has ever been to WWE. So,
Absolutely.
So there were 83 weeks where WCW was 1A, and then they turned into 1B because, you know, they got too sloppy with things. They got. Go ahead, Ryan. I thought you were gonna say something.
No. I was positioning to take your, but you finish your thought.
No, I mean it's when you have the ability to, if you can tell yourself, I built this company for $50 million and I'm at $50 million, you know, 3 years in, and everything I do from here on out is profit. Why am I worried about somebody else? I'm not directly competing against them. I'm not the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Dallas Cowboys in a football game going, I have to beat them to keep my season going. I just have to keep putting out a product that people want to come and see and be a part of. Now, if that means that the other 4 nights a week they're watching Raw, NXT, you know, SmackDown, and then they're watching Collision and they're watching 5 nights of professional wrestling, like, those are the people that I want. I want them to feel welcomed. I don't want them to go on Twitter and be like, hey, I'm a fan of all wrestling shows. And then I have my fan base telling them that I hope you die in a fucking car accident because you watch SmackDown, Raw, and fucking NXT. And that's something that Tony, as the owner of the company, has not done a good job at because he is shooting shots with them.
Against development. You bring up WCW, man. They were 83 weeks against Raw. The
Like
flagship
Generation
show
X, Stone Cold Raw, too. Not like
in the Attitude Era. We're talking about AEW fighting the third stringers. Come on. That's not the fight you want to pick. It's not the flex you think it is.
But we're supposed to believe that the guy who was part of that show.
This was Sting delivering his retirement promo.
That's tough. Dog water. It was also like that when Etch debuted, and Etch's, I believe,
when he
match
ran, like when
last
he came
week,
out of the back
right?
and he
Yeah.
runs to the stage left and he sees the crowd and he goes to run to stage right and he goes, fuck. No, there's nobody there.
It's gotten so bad. I heard Tony Khan installed a Dollar General in that area. It's just so empty and bare. It's the perfect spot for a Dollar General.
That's the new rip shot.
I've gotten to the point with like I want AEW to succeed. Truly, I do.
Amen.
But he's making it so hard to root for them to succeed. And the guys that he has as his generals of his army and bootlicker fucking 101s, like, it's making it increasingly harder to want to support them. It's making it so hard to want to sit down and watch an episode of Dynamite.
The Sheik needs to come back and humble them.
I mean, I keep reading on Facebook and social media. People are like, we want Swerve to be the one to take the title off of MJF. We're going to mention that Swerve kind of got his teeth knocked in against developmental, or are we just going to forget about that? Because that Adam Hangman Page match was a great wrestling match.
Fun match.
Probably was number 2 for that period of time.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love Swerve. I love Adam Hangman Page. I've been very adamant about my admiration for cowboy shit. But like Ryan said, it's a third brand. It's developmental. You lost to Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I don't think there's going to be more people on the Swerve train than the 3 Count Thursday podcast. I mean, we've seen Swerve cut his teeth in indie shows in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and followed his career up through like CZW when he was wrestling in fucking panes of glass to make ends meet. And to be recognized in professional wrestling and through his WWE career with Hit Row, and it didn't really go well in the WWE. I want that guy to succeed. I really do.
Mhm.
But like, how do I want that guy to see? Like you said, when the CEO's tweeting stupid shit, and you're like, God, I want AEW to succeed, but I want Tony Khan to fucking get it too.
Right.
Like, just take the L, be humble about it, move on.
Yeah. I just,
The more
yeah.
we're talking about it, I mean, we're talking about it for now 2 weeks. This is the second week we've talked about it on Take 3.
Mhm.
The second week we've talked about it on the other on 3 Count Thursday. This is not the flex you think it is, man. You fucking lost. Just shut up and move on. It's like
The
the
fact-
kid that fails the test, and your mom and dad's like, "Well, why'd you fail?" And you keep blaming everybody else. And a week later, you're still bringing up dude. Nobody else needs to talk about it. Everybody's
When
moved
is-
on. Why bring it up anymore?
When is Full Gear?
Labor Day? I don't fucking know. When was the last pay-per-view?
It is
That was Wrestle Dream, and that was in October.
November 17th, November 18th, Saturday, November 18th.
So far announced for that show, you have the AEW World Title match, which is MJF versus Switchblade Jay White. That's it. We are 1 month out. You have one match announced, and we're sending tweets about we'll kick their ass when John Cena's not there.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Sell me the $50 pay-per-view.
Yeah, man.
Here's the deal. We've always been willing to fork out that money for an AEW show. They're quarterly, $50, split it among some friends. Easy to do. All you have to do is sell us on it. MJF and Switchblade, I don't know if that sells me yet. In fact, I know that doesn't sell me yet.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm real good. Real good.
When AEW Dynamite premiered in 2019, Pro Wrestling Illustrated reported that WWE sent the following statement to media outlets because NXT was on Wednesdays then. Dynamite came on the air on Wednesdays. And I mean, beat them in the ratings on night one. WWE released the following statement. Congratulations to AEW on a successful premiere. The real winners of last night's head-to-head telecast of NXT on USA Network and AEW on TNT are the fans who can expect Wednesday nights to be competitive and wild ride, as this is a marathon, not a one-night sprint.
So in that article, They mention the name of their competitor.
Mm-hmm.
They mention the TV channel that you can find them on,
Mm-hmm.
and congratulate them and tell them, hey, you may have won round 1. Let's talk in round 57, which is friendly banter enough for, we see what you're doing. May the best man win. Since this has happened, we could have brought in Shaq. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah. And again, it's WWE knows that, yes, they have acknowledged AEW and Ring of
A
Honor
lot.
and Impact
lot.
Wrestling. No, hold on. It literally in their filing for the merger, by law they had to file their in regards to competition.
Mm-hmm.
And they listed AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and some others, including some other combat sports. I mean, by the technical definition of the word competition, they are.
Those are wrestling shows on TV.
Those are wrestling shows on TV. WWE and TKO Group are also keenly aware that they are in literal zero threat from AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, all of those companies I just listed. I mean, just today, we're talking about the attendance, right? We're talking about Sting announcing his retirement to 2 rows of people on the floor and a smattering of people in the stands on hardcam side. WWE today just opened up like over 2,500 more seats for Survivor Series in Chicago and are downsizing their stage because of ticket demand.
Wait, hold on. The same city that Tony Khan Presents Wrestling has made theirs, they're going to come into their backyard and sell it out and shit right all over them again.
And the same city that AEW has run so many times that they have to run like 4-for-1 deals on tickets when pay-per-views and dynamites roll to town. But everybody tells me that Chicago's getting worn out on wrestling. WWE's adding thousands of seats for Survivor Series. They're tired of AEW. You've done that in 4 years.
They're the annoying little brother where you're like, no, seriously, knock it the fuck off.
Fuck off. I'm done. It was cute a minute ago, but shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah.
I'm gonna go tell mom you just karate chop your brother right in the throat so he can't talk for an hour.
But yeah, man, it just I do like that. I do like that little shot in the promo, especially about the bigger dog around the corner. Whether and again, probably intentional, but even if it wasn't, we're talking about it.
Good enough to where we're having a conversation
Right.
about it.
We're talking about it. I know that the NWA TV deal stuff we're going to put on the back burner. We talked about doing the Roman Reigns LA Knight stuff, but even that match hasn't been formally announced yet. Do we want to just bump that till next week? See if they actually acknowledge it on.
I will let that be your decision because that was technically your topic.
Yeah, let's bump it. Let's bump it. I think we've had 2 really good discussions on the show. We're nearing an hour and a half. Let's do Wrestlers of the Week. Let's buzz out of here. Because I think Crown Jewel is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That might even be next weekend, Saturday, November 4th. So that's
2 weekends.
So yeah, they're gonna have to make this. They'll, I'm willing to bet tonight, tonight, tomorrow night, however we want to word it. But October the 20th on SmackDown, I bet that match will be made official. With a couple of weeks to go. So yeah, let's head up to it.
Let me set up
the Wrestlers of the Week.
Let me set up my spreadsheet here since obviously no Joseph. So
spread them.
That's what she said. All right, Ryan, you're the guest.
Just be laying there, spread eagle. I don't remember half the shit I've ever said on that show. It's not even fair.
This one's still my current favorite.
Just to bust poop farts.
You had me so frustrated with that argument.
Oh, I
Man.
listened to that episode and started laughing the whole fucking
All right.
time.
So before we do Wrestlers of the Week, Mike,
Wh-
I'm almost afraid to ask because I don't want to make. I don't want. We've had fun here. I don't want to ruin fun.
Should we do this after Wrestlers of the Week?
Yeah, let's do it after Wrestlers of the Week. That's probably the better bet.
I feel
I
like
think
that
you're
is.
Ryan, you're gonna let the guest. You're gonna let the
Yes,
guest-
Ryan, you have the floor, sir.
Oh, how exciting. So my number one wrestler of the week is going to be Rhea Ripley, who sits atop the PWI 250 of women's wrestlers in their magazine. She could also sit on top of me, and I would be fine with that.
He ain't lying.
I want it salty. I want it fucking buttery. I want it on my fucking shirt when I'm done.
What was that about?
Popcorn.
I don't even remember.
It's gotta be
I guess it
popcorn.
has to be popcorn.
gotta
You're
be
right.
popcorn.
It has to be popcorn.
Has to be popcorn.
What else is
By
salty?
the way, Ryan, this means more to you than it will to Mike. But the Stalfers in Lidditz, Stalfers of Kissel Hill, they have a big popcorn popper.
No, that
now.
means everything to you. It means nothing to me. If I want popcorn, I'll just use the microwave popcorn,
Dude, it's
like I
so
always
good.
do.
It's
You
so
were the
good.
movie theater popcorn guy.
They got regular popcorn. They got caramel corn. They got Oreo popcorn.
I wish I
that's
could eat
just
that, but
asking
I'm
for
not.
diabetes.
But I'm really not allowed to.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Why aren't you allowed to?
Diabetes.
I'll give you some.
I have diverticulitis.
Oh, the popcorn and the kernely. Yeah. Don't eat it.
Yeah. That'll fuck me up.
Yeah.
I found it out the hard way. I didn't know I had it, and we played 2 baseball games, and I ate 2 bags of sunflower seeds.
Oh
no.
yeah. They'll just.
And at the end of the game, in like the top of the 8th or something, I tried to make a diving play. And when I landed, something didn't feel right. So I woke up the next morning and I thought, all right, maybe I just kind of bruised something when my fat ass tried to dive, or I shit myself. And literally, so that was Monday. Tuesday, I went to pick my dad up from the hospital because he just had his knee replaced.
You
I was
guys
getting ready
just
to
swap
drive him.
positions.
Pretty much. I couldn't get out of bed. I called my mom and I'm like, I can't move.
Oof.
Diverticulitis is a bitch, from what I've heard.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So did the seeds just kind of end up in like a pocket?
Yeah,
Is that-
I thought it was my appendix at first, and I thought, okay, when I dove, because I didn't know what side
Just
my
maybe
appendix was
ruptured a
on, I
little
was
bit or
stupid.
something. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So I thought it was my appendix at first. I'm like, cool. So I'm gonna have to go get my fucking appendix removed.
Well,
like, I
appendix
hate-
is one side, spleen's another. You don't need
Correct.
both of them or either of them. So
Either
yeah.
of them, yeah. So I had originally thought, okay, I fucked my appendix up, and I'm gonna have to go have surgery now, and I'm really pissed off because I hate fucking. No, I'm good. Good on that. Don't want to have surgery. Don't like needles. Don't like fucking being put unconscious. Nope. Good. Hard pass. So literally, like, I'm sitting there freaking out, and the nurse looks at me and she goes, "Honey, your appendix is on the other side." And I go, "Then what the fuck is going on?" And she's like,
Why am I dying?
"Yeah." She's like, "You got diverticulitis," and I'm like, "If you guys keep giving me this morphine, I don't give a fuck what I have."
Isn't that the Brock Lesnar disease?
The Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar disease, yeah.
Yep.
It is the Brock Lesnar disease.
Yep. Jim, I'll let you have the second pick.
Let's go Balor and Priest. Once again, your new WWE Undisputed World Tag
Ugh.
Team Champions of the Galaxy.
Man, I wish we would have gotten a longer reign for him.
They are not disputed anymore.
You feel me? Do you feel him, sir?
Do you feel him, sir? Such a great line.
Do you feel him, sir?
Do you feel him, sir? Yeet.
So I didn't get the yeet. I need to go back in and get the fucking yeet.
I will take the gentleman who won the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. Give me rock hard Juice Robinson.
Do.
Ryan, your final selection, sir.
Yeah, there's a lot of there was a ton of wrestling that I watched these past few days.
Rhymes with Miro.
No, I watched. I don't know. Maybe it rhymes with like minutes.
Wait, rhymes with
Oh,
Yeah, just about.
that's pretty good.
I'm gonna go with. I popped myself a little bit. I'm gonna go with Big Gunther. I thought him and Big Bronson Reed had a slobber knocker of a match on Raw that I actually did catch. I thought it was the match of the week. Fun wrestling match. Big boys doing big boy things. I enjoyed that match a lot.
Big meaty man slapping me.
You know what? I know we talked about lists on our show. He was my people's champ this week over on 3CT. Our old pal, the Boar. It was
War is war.
the 5th annual top 250 black wrestlers. He was number 196, I believe. But super cool dude. He doesn't really pat himself on the back a whole lot, but he patted himself on the back about this one. So I'll give him a shout out on that one.
Good guy.
I remember whenever he was in Chikara when I used to watch that. That was good times.
Back when he was from Moldova.
Yes, the proletariat boar of Moldova.
Boar
Yeah.
about that, and he was a skinny little boar back
Yes,
then.
baby boar.
He is
Yeah.
a fucking big hoss now.
Yeah, he is
He has
definitely
hossed
grown
up.
into the boar. He's grown into the
You a
boar.
big motherfucker.
Yeah. The proletariat. The
Yes,
proletariat boar. The
Boar of
proletariat boar of
Moldova,
Moldova. My final selection, he retained his AEW TNT title in a pretty good match with Daniel Bryanson on Collision. Give me everybody's favorite stepdad, Christian Cage.
Fuck you.
Go fuck yourself.
Dude,
Go
that
fuck
the
yourself.
audio on that is so clean.
Go
clean.
fuck yourself.
It's
It's so good.
perfect.
So good.
It is so good. It has no business being that great.
No, it really doesn't. So we've had a lot of fun. I guess let me answer the question that was
Just a poop bust poop farts.
So
If
the question.
I am-
So let's hold on a backstory for anybody on 3CT. We've had a multi-time debate. Okay, about whether or not it is proper to break wind in a public restroom, not in the stall. Like, if you must fart in a public restroom, to Ryan and to Matt and to Tim and to Mark, you must go into the bathroom and go into a stall and poop bust poop farts.
Just a poop bust poop farts.
You had me so worked up. You're phrasing it so asinine, Jim.
speaking
And
of
I
ass.
expect you would phrase it that way.
Okay, then you phrase it. You
Jim
tell the
is
fact.
totally fine standing at a urinal with a stranger standing on either side of him, just ripping ass like it's nobody's business. He would be comfortable after pissing in the urinal, going to the hand washing station, to the sink, putting soap all over his hands, and fucking farting there. That's not the place to fart, Jim. That's all I'm saying. You don't just openly bust farts in the men's room wherever
Right.
you want.
I was at the Giant Center twice this weekend watching Hershey Bears hockey games.
Go
and-
Bears.
And in instances, once on Saturday when I was peeing at the urinal, and Sunday when I was washing my hands after peeing at the urinal, I felt little bubbles.
If you feel the need to fart down to the people that live in Hershey, Pennsylvania, then fart down to their level, Jim. That's fine. It's just not appropriate.
It is. You are in.
I
The
am
shit
embarrassed
room.
for you hearing this story
You're
right
in
now.
the shit room. You're in the room where
The
people go
shit
to
room is the stall where you go in with the shit
That
toilet.
is hold on. That is not
That,
that
my friend, is the shit room.
No,
because the stalls
no,
are
that is not a-
completely isolated. Each one has walls to the ceiling and to the floor, so only your shit stink stays in the stall, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this question here, and I want you to take this back to the other members of 3CT. When you drop a deuce in a stall, do you courtesy flush?
Is there somebody in the stall
That
with me?
no, because you guys
Yeah,
are giving
no,
Jim
I'll-
shit.
I see where he's going with this. Yes, there are other people in the bathroom.
Do I courtesy flush?
Yeah. Does your
It comes
dick
out
go
your
down
ass and you
butt?
hit the fucking thing so it doesn't sit in there and linger.
No, I absolutely don't. I'm
Then
wiping
you're
my ass.
worse than you're worse
and
than the
I'm
people that fart at the fucking
I am
sink.
absolutely not. I am in the place behind a closed door where you're supposed to do that.
My
business.
guy, if I'm sitting there taking a piss, I don't want to smell the fucking hot rockets coming out of your ass.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're
That's
not.
exactly what I'm saying. So if I'm pissing, I don't want to smell the hot air
But what
coming
I'm
out
saying is-
Jim's ass.
But you can't be devil's advocate and play
Yeah.
the other side of the fence. If you're gonna sit
No,
there and let
you
your shit
absolutely can.
linger,
The other
you
side of the
cannot.
fence is where you're supposed to be doing
It's called
that.
a courtesy flush for a reason,
it's
Ryan.
called I don't want other people to have to sit here and linger in my
the
fucking swamp
courtesy
ass.
is so people don't have to smell your dookie shits.
Your
Poop,
dookie
poop,
shits
poop,
are
fart,
being
poop.
released where they're supposed to be released.
I am in a
And you
bathroom.
Standing next to a stranger,
And you can flush
pissing
them.
with your cock out is not the time to fart.
Absolutely is. Because if I
See,
stop that fart, I could stop that pee and I could give myself a UTI.
Get the fuck out of here. You're doing it for your health, Jim.
I mean, I'm gonna sit here and say, if you're not someone that flushes the toilet after you drop it like it's
These
hot,
are-
you can't give somebody shit for farting
You
in a public space.
absolutely
Because I have
can.
to smell your shit because you decide not to flush isn't fair to me. then
My
it's not-
shit being sealed with my asshole and
It's
my
not being
ass
sealed.
cheeks
I have to smell that
to
shit.
the fucking.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not talking a
Hold
tiny. We're talking a stadium bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bend a
Okay, no,
37
okay.
of them.
So hold on.
Bathrooms
So
will
you're-
smell
you're
like shit.
pooping.
I'm not saying bathrooms don't smell like shit.
You're sitting on the stall and you're pooping.
I
Okay.
am. Yes.
In a stadium or an arena bathroom. Now it's sealed, right? It's sealed because you're.
Right. I'm gonna lean up to wipe my ass and break that seal, and air will seep out. Yes.
So do you? Once you are done pooping and you're ready to commit to the wipe, do you give a courtesy flush then?
Yeah. Why would I do that?
You're worse.
Because
I'm
You're
not
worse.
Get the fuck- that's
Because-
You are
ridiculous.
worse.
Because
You are-
now
nope,
you are
nope,
letting that
nope.
stink out for everybody. Because
I
again, we know
absolutely am
because the stall
because
is
I'm
not-
where I belong to do that.
but you can't contain your stink. So those people in that bathroom have
So-
to smell your stink.
Correct, because I am shitting
Right. So I'm in a
where I'm supposed
bathroom.
to be shitting.
So I am in a bathroom, a
You
room
will
where
audibly,
you are populating.
you will audibly shit. You will audibly fart. You will let one rip out,
Yes.
regardless of sound. If you're standing next to another human being,
Yes.
pissing. You're unbelievable. There's a fucking wall with a door on it. 10 steps away, you could go in and relieve yourself to fart.
Why
or
would
take a
I?
shit if you
Because
need to.
that wall does not go to the roof and does not go to the ground. So my stink is going to be in that room
Stink is
regardless.
going to be in that room because people poop there.
Yeah. And your
Yes.
poop stink is going to populate the room just
the
like
fuck?
my fart stink.
Yes, but I'm pooping.
Right. And I'm farting.
So I go around the corner to wash my hands after my business. And here comes fucking Tubby Big Jim washing his hands and he fucking farts. Right
Yeah,
the fuck
If
next
I
to
have
me.
to.
Hold on. I
don't
think
do
I
it
have.
every time.
You know what?
I
here,
would,
you-
I might fucking fight you.
I have
if you
to. I
do
have to
that.
play. I have to play this real quick for you both, and I want you guys just to appreciate this. Okay.
Wait, I can't hear it. Are you playing something?
I think
You have to let it linger, right, or can you flush the fucking toilet?
no, I'm not gonna flush the toilet. I'm not gonna give you a courtesy flush. And
Then
don't
you're a
act like
bigger
it's the
asshole than
same
poop
fucking-
and fart poops up
Get
there.
out of here. You're ridiculous.
It's the same thing.
This was a
I,
good fucking
I'm
show.
with Jim. I'm with Jim. If
It's the same thing.
I am
you can
taking
put,
notes for WrestleMania.
that's
who I
fine. Don't
feel
come in the
safe
bathroom with me.
Going to the
feel-
bathroom with, and who I don't. And
That's
I know
fine.
who my list is.
That's fine. Me and Jim
Brian,
can.
you've gone into a bathroom with me since the first time we had this conversation.
Did I
He
piss
probably
next to
poop
you,
pooped,
Jim?
fart pooped,
You didn't. You washed
But
your
you-
hands next to me. Did I
but you
fart?
probably still had to smell it.
Did I fart?
Did you?
You
don't know.
have to let it
Here's
linger.
the thing. I'm not standing there pissing or washing my hands and like going and like forcing one out.
It might as well be. What's the difference, Jim? A fart's a fart.
Well, right, but I'm not gonna because I'm
It
not.
already
I'm not,
smells like shit because I'm letting it linger.
but I'm not
'Cause might as well.
farting. I'm not farting just to fart.
You might
I'm
as well
farting
stick your
'cause I
fingers
have
up your
to.
ass and ask strangers to fucking sniff them.
I mean,
Same thing.
I mean, honestly, he could
Maybe that's a Joe
could-
thing. I don't know.
he could probably try to push one out and shit himself.
Well, yeah, and then
Right
it's
there at
okay
the-
because
right
it's
there
just
at the
shit
sink.
things. Oh
He
yeah,
he fucking just drops it on the floor.
That's the whole camera.
I'm
starts
not
shaking.
forcing myself to fart, but I'm also I'm not going to stop a fart. I'm not going to give myself a gas bubble and a stomach cramp just because I'm washing my hands.
Y'all are fucking freaks.
Like I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not
I'm
going
with
to do it.
Jim. I'm team fucking. I'm in a bathroom. I'm a fucking air it out.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Ryan, you got to say anything else before we kick rocks? I don't know why the balloons keep going off.
Wait, what
That's the
fuck?
first time I've seen the balloons, but I like them.
It happened
looks
on
like one-
Tuesday during the.
It looks like one severed your head.
Wait, what the hell happened? Why was there balloons?
I don't know. It's weird. It happened on the Tuesday episode of FKC
I want
Fancy Hour.
balloons.
Did you do that and it made them pop?
What the
What the-
fuck?
What the?
What the fuck is going on?
Why is
I'm-
that?
I'm so confused.
Why are
want
there
balloons?
fucking
Scissor
balloons?
me, daddy ass. I don't know what's going
Balloons?
on. I don't know. We've now just went so sideways for the last 30
What
seconds.
the fuck, man?
I want
I'll see if I can.
balloons.
Balloons.
Is it this way?
I don't know. It's so weird. Nanner,
Balloon?
nanner. I'll see if I can figure it out. I'm really confused.
I have no fucking clue what is that.
All right, we'll figure it out. Ryan, you gotta plug anything before we go?
Nah, I don't plug myself.
Unless it's pooping.
Unless I'm in a public bathroom, I'd hold that shit together.
Balloons. Yeah, I was just seeing if I said the word balloon.
Balloons does it. We're both fingers.
Jazz hands. I don't fucking know, man. What the fuck is that? I'm so confused.
Our
What-
balloon budget spent for the week.
I guess
You're
so.
welcome. It something happened to me whenever I did it on what the
Wait,
What the fuck?
I swear. Wait, I swear it was like when you did that.
I did the USC charge on. Thank you. I'm getting balloons over here, guys. Woo!
What the
What the
fuck?
hell?
Why
How
do you
dumb do
only-
we fucking look?
Why do you only get the fucking balloon? Well, now I didn't do it.
Fuck. All right.
Fucking, this is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. Just go to my Twitter at Big Jim Sports. Hit the link tree. That's where you'll find Huddle Up, 3CT, discussions with a nobody, everything else I'm doing. Fucking, why the hell do I want some goddamn balloons? There was no Huddle Up this past week. You guys still did your FTC. Mike's dying.
We did one.
Fantasy hour because this fucking maybe they were putting the goddamn balloons on and that's why I didn't get to do a fucking Huddle Up this week. Fucking but yeah, so just go to my Twitter. Hit the link tree.
I don't know. Balloons.
Balloons. That's like Spider-Man. God damn it. Why did you get the fucking balloons?
So
What
dumb.
the hell? Yeah, but anyway, Big Jim Sports, hit the link tree. That's where you'll find it.
All right, you can follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. Follow me at They Call Me Burn. We'll be back next week for some more fun and balloons, hopefully, on the Take the Wrestling podcast. Good night, guys.